They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
97. Striker, 3-3.
Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 33 yards. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 here for Trubisky and the Steelers.
At their 25-yard line. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete.
They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 74 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
McFarland will score. Touchdown, Steelers. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just...
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll drop to throw.
Throw left side. There's London.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Coup for the extra point.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
They'll run with Snell to begin the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry for Najee Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. On the move to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice gain. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On first down, Trubisky. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. That's going to be caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one into the hands of Pitts. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
first and 10. It's Patterson.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Check right. Check right. Check pitch. Opposite. Read. Ready?
On second down, a run with Patterson.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete here.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he is all the way up past the 25.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They run again with Harris. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Trubisky to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued them.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. There he goes right side, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
They're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animating.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Go red. right. Check right. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Red, yellow. Hey, continue.
Back to throw here. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser.
Here we go. Black Ultra. Black blue. Ready.
They're going to try and throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to take another shot here. And this is taken in at the 5. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Boswell's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Ready up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play.
They go play action here on 1st down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Now Trubisky. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
How about some applause? It's there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The Steelers send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
10 seconds. Ball red.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
downs right at the 40. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
And teams have a tough time running the ball as this one has throughout this game. It's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
Let's go.
Patterson running between the tackles. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing here, Trubisky. Johnson's got it complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Trubisky. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll try the right side with Harris. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mitchell Trubisky, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback,
It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance.
And now here's another interception.
And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Play action. It's Trubisky rolling to his left.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
We'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. He gets it complete to Harris. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. There he goes, left side. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Falcons.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, the Falcons got it. Yep, Atlanta football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now a
throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw again. Steps away. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Desmond Ridder, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Ridder will throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the fourth. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. First down, and they go back to Harris. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Excellent play there by Arnold Ebiketie to meet him behind the line for a loss. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And past the 30 down to about the 27. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. It's a jet sweep. Trubisky pops it forward. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the the Steelers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
It won't be easy here after that sack. Now you got Trubisky and the Steelers facing a 3rd and long.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told.
And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, You just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Okay, right.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. On play action, they'll throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, in the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.